This is just an editorial note. I just had to come out and say that if you recognize yourself in this story and you just so happen to come across it and see it, I am very sorry, and I don't hate you. Yeah. Enjoy. Hi, I'm Pupper. Welcome to my shitty mic and my shitty speed paint. I drew 30 Telegram stickers in one day, and I'm dead inside. And I also recorded it all, and then I realized this is gonna be pretty fucking damn boring to watch. So, I will be accompanying this video of me drawing, coloring, and detailing 30 Telegram stickers of my stupid Furcon, with a story of my first couple convention experience, furry convention experiences. I went to conventions before that, but they were like anime conventions, but furry conventions specifically. The first one being Vancouver 2015, and the second one Vancouver 2017. 2015 wasn't like as memorable, so I'll only like detail a bit of it, but I'll include 2017 in there as well, because it was pretty nuts. Content warning, this story involves some things your parents probably would not approve of. I would hope they wouldn't approve of it. And I also say a lot of bad words because I have the vocabulary of an ape. So if that bothers you, I would suggest leaving now. But yeah, alright. So con number 1, Vancouver 2015. This was my first ever furry con, and I made a partial just for it. I have some pictures somewhere. If you're seeing them right now, it is because I wasn't lazy. If you're not seeing them, it's because I'm fucking lazy. And I don't want to go into my computer and find them because they're on like a super, super old hard drive. I don't even know if I have the pictures anymore. So, yeah. Who knows. Anyways, I bought a 3-day pass, but I couldn't make it Friday because I had school. So I went Saturday. And I was super neurotic about everything being perfect, but I was too neurotic about everything, and then I got there like at 1 o'clock. So I missed the fursuit parade, which is kind of the reason why I made a fursuit, was because I wanted to be in the fursuit parade, but like, it was really whatever. So here's the spice. I got to the con at about 1 o'clock, and I walked all lots of shit through the vendor's hall towards the registration room to pick up my badge. And I go in, I grab my badge, and I head to the bathroom to suit up, and I head out. And this late 30s, early 40s dude is sitting at the last vendor table right by the bathroom. And I don't know if he was like a vendor or anything, because I don't remember seeing him actually selling anything. He was kind of just chilling there with like this fursuit hat on his table. And so yeah, he stopped me and he was like, he's like, oh hey, I never noticed you around before, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I like your head and everything. And I was, like, super flattered. I was like, oh my god, thanks, because it was, like, my first ever head I ever made. And, like, it actually came out pretty alright. So I kind of hope I managed to find pictures. But, yeah, so he noted how, like, the jaw in my fursuit was kind of crooked, and so was his, and so we had a little chuckle about it. And everything was, like, a good, innocent conversation. I was like, yo, furries ain't that bad. They ain't that bad. And then he asks, want to be my mate? I just didn't say anything at first because I was shocked. It was literally meme tier. I don't have many furry friends, so the majority of my friends are like non-furry, 4chan surfing recluses. So they love to make plenty of furry jokes, and this is like one of the jokes they always make is like old furry dudes asking randos to be their mate and glomping them and oh-ohing them and shit. And I always laughed. It seemed ridiculous. Like, no way that actually happens. But here I was, face to face, with a brony friendzoni, neckbeardoni, asking me to be his mate. And this would be chuckle-worthy if I wasn't 16 at the time. The thing about con badges, at least at Vancouver, is that they mark your badge if you're over 18. My badge clearly was not marked. And he asked me my age, and I was like, 16? And he was like, oh, all right. After having already asked me to be his mate or whatever. And I was like, okay, I gotta go. My friends are waiting for me, which was like the fattest lie ever because I don't have fucking friends. I have like at that time pretty much only one furry friend in real life who I met through like Homestuck meetups. So like when I like thinking of her, like she wasn't really my furry friend, just kind of just like my friend that like I knew through there. But she wasn't coming, so I literally was going there alone. And I was super on edge for the rest of the con. I kind of avoided that area completely. I just tried to find another bathroom every single time I had to go to the bathroom. So yeah. I was an awkward Pringle, so it wasn't like I was going to make friends there either. So yeah, I don't know. So that was basically my first ever interaction with a real life furry. And wow, what a way to start off the con. So I went through the dealer's den after that, looked through the stuff there, bought some cool shit, and then I went to an origami panel, which was pretty fun. We made origami orcas, and it was pretty neat. And then by that time, it was dark, and I went home. I didn't go for the Sunday because I was already like really on edge because of that experience, and I was like, I kind of don't want to go alone, and it's kind of fucking boring if you're going alone, especially if like I'd never been to a furry con before, so I didn't know what kind of stuff happened there. And like what I should be seeing. So I don't know. So anyways, it's time for the good story. Vancouver 2017. Day 1, Friday. My little sister super duper wanted to come with me to the con, so I brought her along, and I just dressed normally, and she wanted to wear my partial, so I let her wear my partial. By that point, I had a few furry friends that I met at my best friend's party, and so they were going, so my sister and I ran into them there. We met up with them, and then we agreed to go to a panel later. So until that panel started, my sister and I went and looked around, looked through the artist alley and the dealer's den, and we got a shit ton of pins. I got a custom pin of my Furcon. I don't think I can find it anywhere, but it's probably one of my lanyards, but that was fun. And then we took some pictures with some awesome fursuiters who like stopped my sister and like said that she was like so cute and they loved her fursuit, and I was like, I made that. Got chased by a few bees outside. That was scary. And then we head to the panel room. And so we had to wait outside for a bit while they were preparing. So we waited in line. My friends showed up and we just talked and had fun for a bit. And yeah, and then we entered the con room. And I was not prepared for what was about to unfold. Never in my life have I ever seen such memery in one room at one time. There was so much Fiji water. We got free Fiji water. We got a brief history of Vaporwave and got some pretty neato aesthetic like sticky banner things that we put on our badges. And they held an aesthetic contest. One of my friends who we'll actually call Fiji for the story because, yeah, aestheticism, entered with his like super funky outfit. He's wearing like a Hawaiian t-shirt and this like checkered black and white fedora. It was nuts. And we got, yeah, so then he, alongside a few others, competed in a battle to the death to see who was the most aesthetic. He didn't win, but he did get second place. And it was a fun time. And then after that, we headed home for the night. I didn't want to stay in the hotel with my sister because she wasn't coming the next day, so I might as well just go home. Second day is when it started to get nuts. I got to the con dressed up in pink Neko-maid attire, lost my phone on the way there on the train. The people from the train station, like the security people, called my emergency contact, which was my mom. Then my mom called my stepdad called my friend Miranda called my friend who's at the con. And they came and found me, and they were like, yo, your phone's at the SkyTrain terminal. And I was like, oh my god, holy shit. So I head to SkyTrain all the way back there, pick up my phone. I was like frantic, like almost crying, freaking out, and then I got my phone, got back, and it's like a super long train ride, so it was awful. And so now that I have my phone, my day could begin. And I got there just in time for the fursuit parade, which was super cool. There's so many super cool fursuits and adorable people, and like everyone was like holding each other's tails so they wouldn't get like dirty after dragging on the floor, and it was so cute. And so that was fun. Yeah, so then I met up with my friends again, and I went around with them to the dealer's den and everything. We ate at Subway and then headed to the hotel where we were staying at. And I changed out of my maid attire because God knows I felt uncomfortable and violated by all the eyes of furries everywhere. Everyone was complimenting me and calling me cute, and I was like, oh my god, please stop looking at me. But at the same time, why did I wear that if I didn't want people to look at me? I don't know. So anyways, I took it all off. I put on like a long t-shirt, and I kept the ears and tail and stuff, and yeah, so my friend, we'll call him JonTron, was well versed in furry conventions. He actually used to, I think, work security at Vancouver. So, yeah, he knew what was happening and, like, when and where, and which I didn't know my first year. So that's why, like, it was super important for me because I didn't know what to do. And also I was, like, 16 at the time, so I couldn't really go into any, like, crazy fun adult-only rooms. So, yeah, we chilled at the hotel room until about 8 p.m. And that's when the party started, like, the party's room started, like, happening. So JonTron and I grabbed some liquor, got fucked up, and yeah, then JonTron pulls out, like, pills or something, crushes them on the table, and then, like, I don't know what they were. Okay, I don't know what they were. He just, and then, like, I think they, like, he said that they were Molly, but I don't think that they were because they did not feel like Molly. So anyways, we sorted them off the table. This is the not parent-friendly stuff that I was talking about. I don't think my mom would approve this, so hopefully she just never sees this. I don't know. But, yeah, and then we headed to the con, back to the con, and then we went to upstairs to the con, like, the party rooms. It was, like, an entire floor, and, like, it was packed full of people, and blaring music, and then, so, there were a couple rooms that were, like, most memorable. There was one room that was, like, this UV lit room, where, like, there was, like, UV glow-in-the-dark jello shots, and it was, like, pretty cool. And then there, like, someone came out and asked me to grope them and tell them which boob felt the most realist, because they filled one balloon with, like, jello, one balloon with, like, some other shit, I don't know. And then the next room was, like, this, communist Russia room, and, like, the door was, like, covered with a Soviet Union flag, and the host was dressed in, like complete Soviet Army uniform, and was speaking in, like, a fake Russian accent and beckoning us, his comrades, into the room. And that was pretty fun. Like, the party rooms were super fun. And then after that, after we were, like, pretty pissed drunk, JonTron decided that we should go out the window of the hotel room onto, like, this, like, roof platform area. I think it was the roof for the lobby. And then we had a smoke on there, and then he decided that we should just go into this random room that the window was open. So we go in the room. There's two older men who were, like, with the whole furry group, so it wasn't just, like, two random older men. The whole entire floor was furries only. So, and then, yeah, so two older men, shirtless. JonTron just decides to strike up a conversation with them. That's a fun time. I go sit down. I'm just like, I don't know what to do in this situation. And one of them comes up to me, pulls out his phone, and after a bit of fumbling, he shows me a picture of a male genitalia. And then he's like, "You see this dick? Isn't that a nice dick?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I sucked that last night." And that was quite the experience. So anyways, a few minutes later, we leave the room, and we decide to follow JonTron to a hotel room that's in the lobby area, but a couple minutes towards the back. And so we enter the room with a very clear 18 plus only sign. I'm, like, shaking in my boots. I'm like, what the fuck kind of room is this gonna be? So, because it's on the party floor, so I don't know what the hell this is gonna be. So, as we're instructed to remove our shoes in the doorway, I hear, "Uh-oh, Daddy's had this eggplant time." The light from the doorway disappears as we enter the main area. There are 3 rooms there. The walls of the main room are completely covered in tapestries. And there's nothing on the floor but pillows, blankets, and cots. And that's it. That's the cuddle room. So Fiji is, like, zooted out of his damn mind. He goes to find an elevated place and just, like, lays there and stares at the ceiling at the, like, UV lit tapestries. And JonTron and I find an empty spot on the floor, which is actually pretty hard to find because it was crowded as hell. And we just, like, chill there. And yeah, and so behind us was the fursuit room, And there was like 4 or 5 fans in there, and like people in fursuits would go there and just chill out and just bathe in the breeze of the fursuit room. And like, yeah, as we're laying down, I find the source of that strange eggplant statement earlier. There is a projector, like projecting onto the ceiling, different fetishes from FetLife, and it's connected to a computer which reads them out while playing oddly soothing music, and it's like just the randomest shit ever. Like, I don't even like, it's irrepeatable, okay? Some people like their diapers changed, that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, and so basically, well, that was probably one of my favorite rooms in the whole con. It was like so chill, everyone in there was so nice, and yeah, especially when I was like out of my mind drunk, I really appreciated just having somewhere that I could just lay down, because I was about to lose my marbles. But anyways, Jontron and I decide that we should head back out to the party rooms. And as we're heading out, I had not paid attention to the third room until then. So my head starts to turn towards said room, and before Jontron can stop me, I see something I didn't expect. It was a group of men, screwing each other, in a line, and in front of the door was a bowl of condoms. So I kind of now understood what the purpose of that room was. So yeah, that scarred me for life. So anyways, the rest of the night was spent, going back and forth from the cuddle room to the party room. And we went outside for a bit, to have smokes, and then there was, like, people walking out of the con with, like, the Furcon, like, basically naked. It was probably, like, 1 o'clock in the morning at this point, and like, there's just people just, like, basically naked, just wearing harnesses. We were not the only people in this hotel. As these people are walking out, basically naked, a shuttle, probably from the airport, full of, Asian businessmen walk out. And this is what they are greeted to. And not to mention, the entire hotel is shaking from how loud the party rooms are going. So yeah, I'm not surprised that we're not having party rooms this year. Yeah, so there was that. And then, so by around 4 o'clock in the morning, we decided that we should go get Tim Hortons. And so the closest Tim Hortons was like a 45-minute walk. It was like the longest walk of my entire life. But at least on the walk back, we had coffee. And yeah, and then we got to the hotel and I fell asleep. And I was nice. I just kind of right to bed. And then I woke up. We all woke up the next morning, and we didn't wake up until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which is pretty normal for me, but I don't know. I was hungover out of my goddamn mind. I didn't even want to fucking move. Like, I was dead. I was dead on the inside. And then, so, eventually we all managed to get out of bed, kind of collect our stuff, because we had to get out of the hotel room. And, yeah, then we went to go hang out at the con with some people with post-con depression, because it was the last day, and people were basically, the last day was spent just people packing bags, grabbing their suitcases, and heading home. So yeah, it was a little sad. And then afterwards, we went to Panico Pizza, grabbed some pizza, and then I wanted to stay until the night, but then I was like, I'm actually so hungover right now that I can't function. I need to go home. I want nothing more than to sleep in my own bed. And that's what I did. We went to the corner store. I got some weird but good Mexican soda. And then I headed home on the 2-hour train ride back. And I got in bed and I just laid the heck down and I was in bliss. And I just spent the entire rest of the day having dreams about freaky furries. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, thanks for sticking around to the end of this long-ass video. If you found my ramblings at least somewhat interesting, smash that motherfucking subscribe button. And yeah, tune in for more because I am actually going to be posting videos now because I don't have a shitty computer anymore. I have a good computer now that I built with lots of my money that I no longer have money to pay for things for now. So yeah, dab on the haters. Have a good... it's Christmas while I'm recording this, so have a good Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, my friends, my fans, my fam. And yeah, that's it. I don't know how else to end this. Fucking bye. See ya.